After the Spurs beat the Lakers 91-79 in Game 1, Skip tweeted to Kobe saying, "Hey, Kobe Bryant, Game 1 boiled down to Spurs had Manu, Lakers had no Mamba, hashtag real talk." It's a little bit of slang from Skip. Kobe responded, "Real Skip Bayless, Manu Dev had an impact on the game's momentum. In Game 2, we got to cut their penetration and post the ball more." Okay, Skip.
I use real talk because Kobe hashtags real talk after his more pointed comments.
And we absolutely understand that as Twitcher folk. Are you back on the bandwagon? After your Spurs beat my Lakers.
Yeah, they're almost my Spurs, but I'm not back on the bandwagon. Maybe I got a toe up on the bandwagon, but Stephen A., for those who have actually watched the Spurs this year, Tony Parker remains a sad shell of himself. Can't push off the bad ankle that will not heal until the offseason. Gets no lift on the jump shot. Cannot get. Steve Blake was taking the ball from Tony Parker before he could get it to the rim yesterday. I was horrified by this. Manu Ginobili came back a little prematurely from a torn hamstring, was taking like duck walk steps on the court, like mint steps, because he can't stretch out because it might pop again and they'd be right back where they started. Speaking of pop, I agreed with what Pop said after the game. I will worry all night about how Manu feels in the morning. Now it's Manu or bust for the Spurs because you want to talk about just doing it with your heart, with your will, to score 18 in 19 minutes and that burst 8 points down the stretch of the third quarter, including that dagger three with 2 seconds left in the third. Ball game. Manu and no Kobe.
Yeah. It's really nothing to really talk about here. Don't worry about the Spurs in the first round. They've got this handled because they're playing against these Lakers without the Black Mamba, with Mike D'Antoni swearing that he's throwing the ball inside, even though his definition of inside clearly is to a 7-footer who's shooting 15-foot jump shot. That's what's going on here.
Were they open jump shots?
Yes, they were. Some of them were open jump shots, and he said we have to make them. But the point is, Skip, there's a reason the big boys are always assigned to be near the basket, because that's not their game. Can Pau Gasol hit those shots occasionally?
Yes, he can.
But that's not his game. And you also have to remember also something else, too. It's incredibly selfish when coaches do that. This is my system. I want you to play it. As opposed to looking at the talent that you have at your disposal and making the necessary adjustments. You can't snap your fingers and get the players you want on the roster. Coaching is really, really adjusting to what you do and don't have and operating accordingly. So all I'm saying to you is if you're the Spurs, you know that the Lakers have one shot and one shot only. Throw the ball in the post to the big boys, and the only perimeter shots that are taken when they kick it out to open dudes. That's it.
Skip, toe up on the bandwagon, not all in yet. Let's leave it right there, and let's